Hello everyone and welcome to Authentic Racing Competition. We are here in Bahrain, round 2 of the season, for the race. We have got a few reserves standing in for drivers that qualified yesterday. I think we had a couple, maybe one or two, for drivers that weren't able to do it. We had a couple of drivers that weren't able to qualify yesterday who are in the race today. So a couple of changes, but for the most part it will be the same grid as advertised. As we saw yesterday, it's Mercedes front row lockout, which I believe will be a thing that we see in most races this season. I'll be surprised if it isn't for many races, of course. Maybe at the high power tracks like Italy or Spa, we could see Ferrari challenge there, but it depends when the performance patch comes out. But yeah, we're now loading into Bahrain round 2.
Yeah, just waiting on the loading screen right now. Everything should be correct, I hope. I didn't host this race once again because last time we had some issues, so we let one of the drivers host. So it should be fixed, the issues.
As the final driver loads in now. And yep, I believe they now have. Or the game's broken.
Oh, let's hope not.
As we wait, and there we go. We're now heading to the grid. Yeah, heading to a black screen at the moment. Then we'll head to the grid. So, who is your prediction for the win today?
Well, that Mercedes looks really. Well, it looks like he could win. He's on the better strategy, I think, and also the better tire. So, and he's in one of the quickest cars. So, yeah.
I think early in the race we're going to see the Ferraris perhaps surprise people on their soft tires, just being compound quicker. And those tires, they're not dead like in Australia. They were dead quite quickly. To be fair, it's probably about the same distance, but we saw in Australia that iQuick was able to take the lead from Legend and sort of get about a second gap to them. So the Ferraris may be able to get into the lead early on, but I'm not sure they'll be able to stay there. For the sake of the championship, I hope they do. Jamil as well. I hope I can see him get up fighting the Mercedes.
And that's a disconnect already. I'm gonna invite him. His car is on the grid, so. Oh, he's already. I sent him loads of invites before the race, so.
In their car, go on board with Jamil here. Yeah, I'll run you through the grid for the race. It is Legend on pole position with their teammate iQuicks behind them. Then it is Jamil and Bo making up the second row of the grid. Magic Alonso and Wushel making up the third row of the grid, and McLaren on the third row. They'll be very happy with that. Then it is Henk Peter, Ball, just a great qualifying for Haas. They're doing an outstanding job in an underperforming car, really. But of course, both Haas cars in the top 10. Ashy Boy separating them in P9. But MK17B, after a penalty, well, not after a penalty, after a pull-out of this event from Karem, who qualified P6, who Monster is replacing for the race today. They obviously started back to the because they didn't qualify. So both Haas in the top 10. Alfa Romeo starting 11th and 12th. That is not something I would have expected. As there's a collision further down the order there, between two lap cars. Behind the Alfa Romeos we have Sam in the Alpha Tauri. Alpha Tauri really not doing too well around here, behind their rival Alpha. With Jusvialaki in the Racing Point, compared to their teammate's performance, not so great. Their teammate got through into Q3 on the medium tyres, and their teammate Jusvialaki couldn't do it at all. So, not what you want to see. Nick up in P15, strong qualifying for the Williams car. Felix separates two Williams in 16th place, with Black Fox in 17th. Then it is Jens in 18th, did not qualify yesterday, so starting ahead of Arnappel Gamer, who was disqualified from the qualifying session yesterday. And then at the back of the reserve driver Monster, stepping in for Karem for today's race. Could we see some surprise results as the cars begin to pull into their growth spots? iQuick's still not in their car. So, other drivers around iQuick's, if you're listening, be prepared to swerve away from Mercedes. As the grid is now all in position. As we wait for the lights.
I don't have lights yet.
I can see the lights, but they're not on. There we go. The lights coming on. 5 red lights. Rise. We're racing in Bahrain. Who will get the jump off the start? It is iQuick's. iQuick's takes the lead off the start as Jamil loses multiple positions. Explosion ball. Up the inside, that's going straight, and that is going straight on. MK17 is Explosion ball up into P5 now, ahead of one of the Ferrari car. That's a great start. On the soft tyres, really showing what they can do. As that's Bo challenging the Mercedes cars. Can they do anything to the? As Legend has got the lead back. Bo will to will with iQuick's. No, that's Legend. Well, no, it is iQuick. Sorry, the timings are messing up. And iQuick drops under P3. Could Jamil get iQuick's here? Wide from both of them. Jamil to the outside of the hairpin. Illusion Ball watching on behind the two.
Meanwhile, Nick has gone up to P12, but dropped to P13 and
yeah,
14.
Just dropped as you said that. And again, Monster had a great start, getting 7 places. But Illusion Ball from P5, great start for the Haas driver. Jamil up ahead, trying to put the pressure on iQuicks as Bo tries to put the pressure on Legend. But Legend's got a bit of a gap already. Just, I imagine Bo's going to want to try and close that in on those fresher.
Oh, that's Attic's gone. He's spun. And also Magic Alonso, I believe. Yeah.
And it is on the exit of the next corner. Magic Alonso has spun it. They're leaving contact because they're missing a
McLaren.
win. And McLaren of Wushel. Wushel started P6 in this race.
MK17 too.
That is 2 drivers.
And that's a Haas. That's a no Mercedes. I mean.
iQuicks. There's lost a lot of positions there. Have they got any damage? No. Wait, yes they have. I missed it. The car's going too quickly. As predicted pit stop strategy.
iQuick's down the inside. Oh, a little bit of contact.
And there is no damage to iQuick's.
Article Gamer spun around.
My game is broken, but it currently says Pollution Bolt's in P3. I'm guessing that is... No, it isn't wrong! It isn't wrong, Pollution Bolt is in P3.
What?
And my game is now broken, saying they're in P1, now they're P10. But Pollution Bolt is in P3.
He is.
Ignore the top, if the left-hand side, if it's lying to you as it is me. Yeah, Pollution Ball is currently in 3rd in a Haas car, as Bo is putting the pressure on Legend at the moment. Staying close, not quite close enough past this stage. Jamil with not a great start here. Just behind Pollution Ball. But Pollution Ball from P3 is insane. As we continue to have a couple of cars that are broken on my screen. Yours may be okay though, so...
the timings are incorrect, but the rest is okay.
I've got Henk leading the race.
Yeah.
And
now I've got...
Alonso.
Yeah, same.
I'm guessing when they go through the sector line it fixes at the end of 1st sector. I was correct. So, Legend leads the race. 4 attempts ahead of Bo. Illusion Ball behind with Jamil on the back of them. Ashley Boy in P5 here. Ducky in P6. TM Ducky in P6. Gaining 5 places. That's a great start for the Alfa Romeo. Sam also gaining 6 places off the start. In the Alpha Towers, these two battle their way. Jamil is putting the pressure on. Illusion Ball into turn 1. To the outside. Can they make a stick? No, they can't. They'll go for the switch back up the hill.
Oh, iQuick's so late on the brakes.
Oh, they're going to struggle if that's... Oh, and there's... Oh, that was going to be close to contact between the 2 Alphas. The Alpha... I'm going to call them the 2 Alphas because it's easier. As Monster gained 11 places off the start, is now going for their 12th. Up the inside. Makes
That's
it
how you do it.
Great move, but can Sam fight back? Not quite. Both Alpha Tauris in the points now. 2 strong starts from them. So many drives with issues going down the order.
For me, Attics is in P17.
Yes, that is true. Attics down in P17. They're showing
Bo is so close.
To say they lost 5 places.
Bo is so close. Legend makes a mistake. Legend spins. Legend has spun.
Legend spins. That is right. Pollution Ball's in P2. Pollution Ball is in P2 and pass. I cannot believe it.
That is
Legend's
iQuick's
behind
pass.
their teammate. It is Ferrari, Jamil, and Pollution Ball's lucky day. Legend has made a mistake on those. Oh, could Ferrari really be regretting taking those softs in qualifying now?
And that's MK17.
MK17 crashes. I don't. It looks like they may have lost it coming out of the S's in between sectors 1 and 2 there. As Jamil's going for the move. And safety car, I'm guessing. Is it virtual or full? I can't see.
I can't see.
I've only got yellow on the circuit. Is there a safety car coming out of the pit lane? Doesn't look like it to me. So I believe this is a virtual safety
there's
car.
there's a new graphic when you go to Race Director, and then it says pit stops. You can see the time.
Heard about that.
Oh, it's a virtual safety car. That's new. Oh my god. Jamil just got damage from Pollution Ball.
This is
Um,
Pollution Ball in P2. Could Pollution Ball get a podium here? I mean, the Mercedes cars you'd have to assume would have passed him. But virtual safety car graphic has now come up for me, which is good. But Pollution Ball, Jamil, damage behind them. That's Jamil is all over the back of Pollution Ball, and it's back to green flag racing. Will Jamil pit? Who knows? Bo perhaps got a pretty bad restart there. Initially lost a couple of attempts there, but that may have just been cars behind getting great restarts. Or it's balanced out now anyway, so it all looks
Monster
good.
Downy aside.
The Mercedes battling. Mercedes battling. Legend tried the Legend has gone up the inside there of iQuicks. As iQuicks down to P6 now. Legend don't want to get back past up into P4 here. As MK leads the session.
And Legend he's staying behind for now, but he's gonna have DRS and he will just fly past.
Oh, they're almost already passed before the line. They may well be passed. Yeah, they are. Wow. Meanwhile, Jamil with the wing damage, unable to challenge Pollution Ball. As battling as that's iQuicks sending it on Ashy Boy. iQuicks, they may not have the overall lap time, but they have the confidence on the brakes, I must say. Monster up 13 places from last on the grid into P7. Everything is going their way so far. Legend, let's see how they are 6.5 seconds off the lead. Do you reckon they can still win this?
I mean, I'm not sure. He's on the better strategy, I think, and Jamil's got damage, so...
Yeah, if Jamil hadn't broken their wing, I would have said Jamil's probably one of the favourites for the win here. But Jamil can't even get past Pollution Ball with that damage. It's tough. As Ducky, now defending from the two Alpha Tauris. Ardapple Game are trying to get involved in this battle, same with Just Sweet and Lucky. Ushul. Not at the start, they would have wanted this spun, I believe, on lap 1. Now behind the Strainer cars. Attics, with the Williams cars behind them, and not that far behind. Jens must have, has Jens already made a pit stop?
Must be.
Yes, they have. Jens is the first of the drivers to make a pit stop. As Nick has lagged out. That is not good for Nick.
He made it a good start, but I don't think he'll be scoring points now.
Legend needs to get past Jamil as soon as they can, because every time they're not ahead of Jamil, they're losing time. Bo.
Both Alpha Towers are battling, and that's Felix already passed before the finish line. The start-finish line. That's...
Is Sam gonna fight back? No, doesn't look like it. As Nick gets back in, that's good. I'm keeping an eye on the gap between Legend and Bo, because it depends how good that soft to hard strategy is. Bo is confident with it. They think they can do it. If they think they can do it, we'll have to wait and see, really. Legend sort of balancing in this dirty air at about 6.5, just over 6.5 seconds away from Bo in the dirty air, that is. So you'd imagine that they are going to catch up a lot when they get past Jamil. Well, I suppose that's if they get past Jamil. Although Jamil is very low on ERS, so you'd imagine that it's at least something past. iQuicks just sort of trying to keep up with their Mercedes teammate at this stage of the race. Pollution Ball still sitting in P2, an amazing job.
That's Legend going around the outside there.
It's
not gonna work.
Brave move. Will they go to the inside? Yes, they will. Oh, another brave move. They could force Jamil. No, Jamil playing smart there. But surely Jamil will try and fight back, or at least try and stay in the DRS.
He's
They have to think about iQuicks here.
Yeah, iQuicks has a lot more ERS than him, so I think he'll get past.
Illusion Bowls P2 is not as Jamil pits. On the mediums, that's going to hurt. Are they going to go on to hards or softs? Looks like hards.
Must be.
It's hards.
Strange.
That's going to be some struggle to get them to the end. This traffic is really helping iQuicks here. Keep up with Legend.
Okay.
Out of game after the P9 now is Ducky on the back
Ferrari,
of Felix.
yeah. So Ferrari, that's an Alfa Romeo. Down the inside, wow. Finding a gap there, but you gotta hold on to it. That's what he didn't do. And now Felix is ahead again.
Keeping just a lot as they're battling up
And
for
a pull game,
P2 here. Illusion Ball's just ahead. But Legend's stuck behind. Could there be contact here? Legend's so much quicker. Legend actually slightly worse on ERS than Pollution Ball here. So how hard will Pollution Ball fight it? So far it's looking pretty hard. Legend sends it to the inside line though. Pollution Ball around the outside. Not able to keep their foot in though. Will they stay close enough to make a repass? No, it's staying behind. That Hascar just doesn't have the speed it needs. It's a 7 second between Legend and Bowl.
Oh, that's really wide from Ducky.
That cost him a place.
Yeah, and
Felix.
maybe another one.
Felix is all over the back of them. And Sam watching this battle. As iQuicks, actually let's see what happens into here. Around the outside goes Felix, lovely move. Good exit. As iQuicks defends and attacks, sorry, on Pollution Ball.
Nick
Pollution Ball.
Pancras.
Oh, it's contact! Pollution Ball sideways! And that is iQuicks through. Could I'm imagining Pollution Ball won't be happy.
Pollution Ball is fighting back.
They will not be happy with that there.
That's Jens. Also,
Wheel to wheel into the S's here. iQuicks backs out of it. Goes to a switchback. Oh, so
around
close to
the
contact
outside.
there. They're wheel to wheel.
It's not
Not
gonna
quite
happen.
able to go for it. Will they send it? Yeah, oh, that's contact. They've just pushed, and surely that's a penalty for iQuicks.
Must be.
They've just sort of drove into the back of Pollution Ball there and pushed them wide. I don't know what your opinion on that is.
That was not clean.
Nice.
Wait, which message just popped up on the bottom of the screen?
Jamil just left the session.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he got crashed out by one of the Williams, I believe.
Ooh,
I couldn't quite catch that.
Yeah. So, sorry, I missed. What's your opinion on the iQuicks Pollution Ball incident?
Definitely iQuicks at fault. He half went for it, so
Yeah.
that's definitely... that's Buyerord in the pits now.
End of lap 8. Going to the hards, trying the one stop.
Also, Pollution
Not
Ball's
leaving
in.
the box, that's a glitch. As Pollution Ball as well. Of course, Pollution Ball on the softs as well. Blamed a bit of their pace. Not all of it though. Pollution Ball is doing an outstanding job as they're going to the mediums. Pollution Ball committing to the two-stop strategy here.
Sam D around the outside of TM Ducky. Will he make that mistake?
straight.
Yes, but
What a
TM Ducky.
switchback.
Oh, the power. He's got such a power advantage that will really help him. But he's got no overtake left, so
Stays behind. But these cars look very close on pace. So you'd have to imagine they're going to be able to stay on the back of each other and fight back.
Hank Peters fighting with Yancy. Where will he go? Down the inside, finding a gap there, and that is moved on. No, because Jens fights back. Oh, side by side in the SS zone.
Contact! Around
Yeah.
goes Hank.
That was-
Oh, you could see that one coming. As there's a Williams off Black Fox now comes through. Nick up for P13 at the moment. I thought I'd just point that one out.
Yeah, let's look at the stops. Oh, wait, he isn't actually. Only 2 people with stops are ahead of him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good thing, but then I remember. Oh
yeah,
shit, that isn't.
Yeah. But to be fair, if you make, so let's say it's a 20-second pit stop, as most are, after they pit, they will come out in 18th. But and there's only one car behind them, it's yet to pit. So, looking at like 17th at the moment. but still ahead of their teammate. As Whoosh still makes
Black Fox,
wow,
Black
that's
Fox.
a strange place to pass. That's Black Fox straight off the road. Just understeered off the road. That just shows how little grip that car has. As just we'll have to be wide at turn 1 because this allowed Bo through.
Bo.
They leave for him. That's very good as Bo now catching up to this amazing Alfa Romeo Alpha Tauri battle here. As Felix has been able to keep that position so far. Ducky defending from Sam now. Can Bo fight this as Jens and Nick battling it through turn 1? Of course, Jens, massive advantage there over the Williams car. As Bo on the back of Sam again here.
And Peter down the inside of Black Fox dies. Almost no room. But he makes the mistake. Now Bo. He's already passed.
Up ahead of Sam. Next car is Ducky. Will we see any Ferrari power unit Team Odyssey? You never know.
TM Ducky really wide. So much dirty air, you can really just... I can almost feel it.
But the exit with a massive ERS advantage. Ducky's smart just not to fight this, surely. Stays on the racing line though.
Yeah.
And Bo to the inside. Ooh, small bit of contact, but nothing major. And Bo sets their sights on Felix. In as the spin, it's Nick. Nick has spun up the hill there. That allows basically everyone through.
Yep.
And off their pit, oh yeah, both of them are their teammate now. Let's get everyone, well, almost everyone through. And Williams down at the race base. As Sam in the pits.
That is also Ashy Boy making a move on Atix. Down the inside, but Atix fights back, I think.
Will they go for the switch back? They're gonna try it.
They do have the power advantage, they know that, but they don't have enough overtake. Ashy has 71% overtake, so... Oh, he's down the inside!
Ashy, giving it room. That was close. Brave move from Atix there, but let's just be honest, that was never going to come out in Atix's favour.
Buirod's already passed Felix. Wow. I've missed that.
Next car's a massive gap to the car in front, so I'd imagine they won't catch the car in front before they pit. Now we're expecting the medium runners to pit around lap 13. Let's wait and see whether that comes through.
That's Jens in the DRS. Overtake. Rich mode probably, but not getting past Atix. Just a power disadvantage, simply.
So close to the back of the car. Not quite able to go for it though. Oh, Atix has to lift through there. That shows the real difference in car performance. Oh, contact! Oh, I thought Jens was going around there then. So was that into the pits? Yes, it was. Just be lucky on the medium tyres.
Alright. Yeah, he's going to the hearts. Anyway, Jens on the back of Atix. DRS open, no overtake. But that should be relatively simple move.
Past. Atix, we know from
not fighting back
with Ashy Boy. They do not fight back. They do not take. So like we know from the fight with Ashy Boy that Atix will fight back and will do everything they can, but they're just too far back. Nothing they can do there. Ducky got close to the back of Felix there, I just noticed on the mini map, but hasn't been able to go for it. Maybe a bad exit or something from either of the drivers. As that is Black Fox in the pit lane. Monster and Ard Apple currently battling for P3. Ard Apple just behind.
Well, he's made a pretty good recovery after spinning.
Yeah.
Wow. He might go for it, but Monster's got so much.
In the pits.
Okay. Oh, let's see where. No, wait. The battle comes first. Monster defends the inside, but
that was nearly contact.
Where does Iquix come out? Maybe even behind the hut. No, that can't be right.
Yeah, they're gonna be behind Pollution Ball. It's gonna be close.
No.
And that's a spinner tank.
It's the honk.
Up at the top of the hill there. And the quick check.
And that's TM Ducky down the inside. They make contact, I believe. Yeah,
ooh,
they make contact.
That's very sideways to Evan Felix on the exit.
No major damage, but there could be minor damage. Any battles going on? Not really.
I'm going to have a look at something as Henk retires in the pit lane now.
Oh, let's hope he doesn't leave because the session...
How far iQuicks is 28 seconds behind the lead. Okay, so I believe Bo is going to come out in the lead of this race by approximately 5 seconds. Because iQuicks is 5 seconds behind Legend when they pitted. So assuming that Legend does the same pit stop time as Legend will now pit.
Legend is 17 seconds ahead of Bo.
5 seconds.
That's actually Legend in the pits now.
Yeah. But Legend was only 5 seconds ahead of iQuicks when iQuicks pitted. And
Okay.
as predicted, Bo across the line now. Legend.
He's gonna have to fight for that. This will be
Legend now across the line.
How much more fresher tires does he have? Monster up 16 positions.
Wow. And they have pitted.
4 laps fresher tires.
Is Jens going to come out ahead? They're going to come out right in the middle of this battle. Jens with tyres up to temperature. Will they go to the outside line or lock up on the inside front? Not quite able to get it. And without DRS here, which Ard Apple Gamer will have, I believe. Yes, they do. And they do actually will have DRS. My mistake. So, this battle up the hill. Legend 5 seconds off the lead. I mean, that's the battle we're going to all be watching. So, watch that. I'm imagining that gap's going to melt. Because the fresher tyres on that Mercedes, quicker car, the gap's just disappear surely. Illusion Ball sitting in the P4. It's insane how quick Illusion Ball is.
That is close, but he does make it stick, I believe. Yes, Wushel makes it stick after a pretty good dive down the inside of the attics.
So who has yet to stop? Attics and Nick are the two drivers yet to
Jens is on 9 laps old mediums. He will not make it.
Early on.
Yeah, he started on hard, so must be why.
As yellow flags
for Black Fox.
For Black Fox, who is just are you seeing this?
Yeah. Oh, did this
what?
from that velocity from the, no way. Full yellow. What will it be? Virtual. Okay. That's not bad.
Okay.
I'm very glad that.
Safety car there makes things a bit more exciting. Who would have pitted, who wouldn't have. But, you know, Black Fox is...
Attics in the pits, that's gonna help him. But, unfortunately, he's so far behind.
As Nick retires now. Nick has crashed, actually. As Nick crashed. I don't understand how you could crash there, but apparently they have. Go on board Jamil here as they approach that corner. Hopefully they can also be there. But Black Fox there with the suspension that just didn't want to drive anymore. Suspension had enough, got tired, and gave up.
Yeah.
And how
he lost it. I think Nick lost it.
I think they've retired on track, actually.
Could be.
Because that car didn't look like... I don't understand how you could have crashed the car. Because, yeah, you could lose it, but surely you would spin. Surely you'd have to... I can't see how you could get such a bad exit and just power slide the car into, as it is back to green now. They'd have to sort of power slide the car into the wall. I don't see how you could... The car looked too perfectly placed to me. As Legend. Gap between Legend and Bo, 3.8 seconds. Ferrari fighting for the win. We said that Ferrari could be a contender here in Bahrain.
Yeah.
At the moment, leading the race, but with Legend behind, could be interesting.
That is Ardapol, Jens, and Monster so close to each other. But Jens...
I guess that Jens is going to go for the move of Monster here. Will they go to the inside or the outside? They go to the outside. Will there be any contact? Small look from Jens. And Monster squeezes them right to the edge of the track.
It's going to go wide. Ardapol.
Could Ardapol get into the battle here? Looks like they are. Outside or inside?
Down
Goes to the
inside.
Oh, squeezed. Battling it to the apex. Art Apple Gamer gets it as Jens. Oh, small bit of contact there, but all looked good from my view. Jens perhaps struggling on these medium tyres. You imagine that they're not that warm though, so you imagine they still have a bit of pace in them. With the Red Bull car, they should. The Red Bull car's pace. Oh, big slide out of the corner there for Jens. And you have a big battle here between the AlphaTauris and just be lucky.
Migrating host.
Migrating host. Henker's left.
Let's hope it all.
They were out of the race, so tough to see, but I guess that sort of stuff happens. Scared for a second there when it said migrating host.
Yeah, same.
As session now as well. Some people's game, I'm speaking from personal experience here, sometimes when the host leaves it kills the session, sometimes it doesn't. Personally, when my internet lags out when I'm the host, it kills the session, so it ruins everyone's day.
Yeah, I'm very...
It doesn't have that. It doesn't, like, a lot of people, when they lag out from host to session, it migrates the host. For me, it hasn't ever done that, so I always seem like the bad guy when my internet cuts out and takes the entire filter.
Jens in the pits.
Oh, Jens, surely going on to the hard. I know he takes mediums to the end, as I expected at the last second there. Promise I didn't see the tyres. Both McLarens in the top 10 here, as Magic Alonso does get back into the top 10. Can Magic Alonso go to the end? How old are their tyres? Very. I want to say Magic Alonso can't go to the end. Unless they're feeling like 28 laps on the hard tyre. Which, personally, I would not expect
right behind Shisuya Lucky. Little bit of overtake, doesn't have much left around the outside of turn 4. Will he stick? Oh, side by side.
Small bit of contact.
Wow, that is so close.
It's not often you see racing through the S section that is completely clean.
Yeah, you don't normally see that.
Felix getting involved in this as well now.
Whoa, the traction from that off-tower is great. Felix one just behind.
Oh, just feel like he sends it. Felix can get the both of them here. Just feel like he exit. And Felix does get both of them here. It's just feel lucky. Up the inside of Sam D. Sam D's going to try and get these switch back up the hill here. Going to go for the outside. No, they're not. They're backed out of that one there.
He does not have enough power to do that.
Yeah, so you'd imagine him will close in on this battle on fresh medium tyres in a Red Bull car. Ferrari had a bad round 1. Red Bull had a pretty decent round 1. It appears that they've swapped for round 2. Because I think worst case scenario today, and considering the gap is now down to less than 2 seconds, let's say Legend does win this race by passing Bo. I think Bo would still have P2 here. 18 points, that's a solid points haul. I mean, the second Ferrari will want to be up there, Magic Alonso's going to want to be higher in the points, and I'll have to pit again. So I think it's fair to say, it's not looking good for Magic Alonso scoring points here. But, I mean, Red Bull, they're Ferrari's rivals, as I don't think anyone's going to be able to touch Mercedes this season. Having a bad race, so a Ferrari versus Red Bull battle, it looks like it's balancing out here. Both teams have had one bad race, and by the looks of it, so far, a good race.
That is Artapol and Monster battling. I saw it on the minimap, but apparently Artapol went for a dive.
That Artapol just does score. I think if Artapol qualifies, we're in real trouble here, because they keep not getting keep starting at the back of the grid, and then just doing an outstanding job. So if Artapol would actually decide to qualify, so not get disqualified, they could be in a great position. Like, if they have this pace, then with a bit of bad luck to the top teams, podiums could be possible. Of course, today, 3 of the top 6 cars have had their issues, so one more and we would have had a surprise podium. Although, to be fair, Bo's a surprise podium at the moment.
And that is FEL Magic Alonso closing in on Wushel. Turn 1, not going for it. Staying behind for some reason. But he's going to have a great exit. Down to turn 4. DRS open. No overtake from FEL Magic Alonso. And he's passed, basically. Wushel is fighting back though.
But will not be able to. And it's not for the pace of the car. Here's a question for you. Can Art Apple Gamer get Pollution Ball?
Yes.
Pollution Ball's on a 2-stop, aren't they?
Oh, look how close Legend is. Pollution...
I
Wait.
believe Pollution Ball, if they are on a 2-stop, because they've run into the medium, they're on 9-lap-old mediums, surely they can't take those to the end. You can't do 20 laps. No, yeah, 20 laps on medium tyres, can you?
Maybe. I'm not sure. It's a weird strategy.
I mean,
He's gone soft to mediums for some reason then.
Yeah. The other soft tyre runners, I believe, have all gone hards.
Oh, Jens makes contact with Shisui Lucky.
Just feel like United having a great race here.
Artiple Gamer in the DRS already.
Basically pushing just feel like out of the corner there.
Yeah, he's got so much more grip on these fresh mediums, so... Oh, he basically lets him pass already. I think maybe just before the DRS? I'll have to see. Yeah, before the DRS.
Just feel like, I don't know about you, but they're lagging a bit for me, so it's hard to sort of tell the driver moves and the lag moves.
Yeah, the funny thing is, he actually lives 200 meters away from me, so...
Interesting. All contact to the apex. Yeah, it's a bit wide.
Bit sliding from Jens.
That's never going to end well.
Unsafe rejoin.
Oh, this is...
Down the inside.
Massive crash nearly. I feel like he's straight on. I don't really know what happened
battle
there.
at the front. Battle at the front.
Oh.
Legend caught up to Bo. Oh, he might already be going past it. Yeah.
And up to the inside.
Oh, contact.
Not quite. I think the only chance here of Bo getting the win is if there is contact between the two of these cars. And Legend spins again. Tactical contact is the only chance here. Ferrari have a win. Which, to be fair, that could be the truth of the entire season.
Not quite going for it yet. I also want to check on Artiple's battle with Pollution Ball, but...
Well, that is very close there.
No, Legend is not...
And the battle early.
Oh, well, that was it then.
Yeah. As Legend still isn't able to get past Bo here. Let's see what they can do. That Ferrari just doesn't have the pace.
He just gone on to the wrong strategy. Why did he go mediums? He should have gone hards. He drove so good, but
yeah,
he'll get no points, I think.
That is a shame to see. They crashed out in round 1 after getting Q3. Are they going to not score again? Article Gamer, Pollution Ball keeps qualifying amazingly and has fairly bad races. Article Gamer keeps having terrible qualifying and great races.
About last qualifying in Australia, Article Gamer actually was a reserve then, and got called to drive last minute, so that's why.
But is Article Gamer now the full-time runner driver, or are they still reserving?
Yeah, he's now full-time. Legend.
Down the straight. On ERS, Bo is actually slightly better, as they're both getting very dirty tyres here. Legend to the outside. Around the outside here. Bo do nothing. Will they go for the switch back up the straight, surely?
He does have
DRS.
Overtake though. And better edge in.
Legend on the inside of Bo. Gonna go for the switch back here. Oh, there's contact! I just feel like he's lagged out. Legend parked it on the apex, and Bo had nowhere to go.
Pollution will pass Gekke Jensi. He still might get points. He's flying on these softs. Already behind an AlphaTauri there. But he used so much overtake. So.
And Magic Alonso also needs to hit again, I believe.
And Jensi might fight back. Jensi down the inside. Oh, that's so deep!
Oh,
that's contact.
Oh,
yeah,
and that
Pollution
is
Ball.
damage to Pollution Ball.
And
that could be Pollution Ball's charge over. Jens has just come to a stop. Pollution Ball. At least this time they didn't crash themselves out of it.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point. You know, you didn't ruin your own race this time. Jens still just parked at the apex of turn 2, having a good time there. So back at the front, Bo has lost a lot of time. But can they get back? ERS slightly better for Bo. Will they fight back here?
Oh, so much overspeed. He might have to dive it. No, he'll stay
But
behind.
Got the run. Better, slightly better apex there for Bo. But up the hill, a bit wide at turn 2. Will lose an overtake, doesn't look like it. They'd used overtake there, they could have got the move done, I'm not sure. Very close. But if Bo can just hang on to sort of within a close region to Legend here, it's a good drop. Good job. I'll probably check penalties, just to see what everyone's like.
Yeah,
Legend
just
doesn't even have a warning.
TTVI gets 2 warnings, but I suppose one's for contact.
At least barely any warnings for any of these guys.
TM Ducky.
Nearly out of the second. Illusion Bowl still could get points here. Still on the back here of the battle for 49. Ducky just ahead as they go into the S section of Illusion Bowl. This is where the wing damage will hurt. But those soft tires in theory should balance it out. Although on the very last few laps of this race, those soft tires are going to be really hurting with the wing damage as well. Ducky bad exit. Good Sam get the move here. Not quite able to.
Somebody.
Again. Black Fox is left.
Oh yeah. Oh, about Black Fox. His wheel disconnected. So hence.
I mean, we really have to look at the physics of how their wheel came off. Like the tire came off the car.
No. Oh no, not like that. I meant his wheel as in.
I know, steering wheel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And but my point is that why did that? Well, it may have been different on your screen, but on my screen they hit the wall at about 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, same.
Their wheel came off. So that was my point there. As Sam could get the move on Ducky here. Illusion Ball sort of watching on at the moment. Pretty happy with their pace, perhaps, knowing with the wing damage that they may need to nurse their tyres. Sam to the inside of Ducky. Ducky trying to hold around the outside, can't. Going for the switchback now. Gonna go around the outside, no. Again going for the switchback, up the hill. Oh, contact! Broken wing there for Ducky. As in the middle of the two, Illusion Ball. As Illusion Ball at the inside, locking up, and more contact for Ducky.
P9 for Pollution Ball. It's basically all it could get, I think.
Yeah, 8-second gap ahead, that's not going to be possible. As Ducky racing, as Ducky very late on the brakes. Sam's going to want to get the switch back here. Ducky with wing damage. Before the wing damage is struggling, without after it, surely going to have no pistols. Felix is getting back involved in this battle.
Team orders at McLaren, I believe.
Perhaps trying to focus on getting Magic Alonso here. Although the driver with the fresher tyres is now dropped behind the driver with the older tyres, but perhaps just on pace, Wushel was quicker. Wushel has out-qualified Ashley Boyd today, or yesterday, so...
And also the day before, I believe. The rounds before.
So Wushel behind Magic Alonso, but a bit too far back this lap. Now we come to the battle for points. 3-car battle. The Alfa Romeo and the Alfa Tauris. Felix
the Alfa
going up the inside of their teammate. There's clearly no team orders at Alfa Tauri here. Which I must say I'm glad for. As they're going to go 3 wide. Oh, they all to the inside goes Felix. Damn, as Ducky just can't defend, is out of ERS completely. Goes to the
down
inside.
the inside of one.
Oh, close to contact. And these Alphas are racing hard. As now Felix up into P10. Strong run here. 3 laps, fresher tyres to their teammate.
Bo is still...
As it's crashed in McLaren! It's Ashy!
Ashy!
Ashy's crashed in the S's. And they're going to come... Whoa, that was a bit scary. They're coming straight back across the track.
Oh, what?
As Ashy Boy rejoining. Felix going to get out ahead.
Oh!
Bad exit for Ashy Boy. That's going to put Ducky back to P11. Both Alpha Tauris are now in the points. Is there damage to Ashley Boy's car? No.
Bo is still pretty close to Legend, so he might be able to snatch a victory here.
I've just noticed that. Was Legend made a mistake?
No, he's always been in the DRS since he got overtaken.
I saw it go to 9 seconds and then sort of lost interest. Not 9 seconds, sorry, 9 tenths. 9 seconds, it would definitely be over. I saw it go to 9 tenths and thought, okay, it's growing. Nothing's going to happen. We have a four-way battle for P9 now. Just throw that out there. We got Ashy Boy, PM Ducky, Sam, and Felix. If these AlphaTauris race hard, Ducky can get in the fight. I mean, I think Ashy Boy's going to have the pace in the McLaren car to get into the fight either way. But Ducky with the damage is going to try and hang on at the moment. These cars quite low
Sam is not using his DRS.
And now they use it. Perhaps team orders. Perhaps. I've seen that before where the driver behind their teammates will not use DRS to not attack their teammate and just focus on... But that has got Ducky much closer. And this time they are using DRS. Perhaps they just forgot.
Magic Alonso under threat from Bushel now.
As the gap between the top two is now up to 1.2, well, 1.1 seconds. Interesting. Perhaps Legend backs off to go for a fast lap attempt.
Not sure, but could be.
On the rest, they're fairly similar. Yeah, both already catching to turn one, but then just not the middle sector, just ruining the gap that they can close in.
Yeah.
Iquix, not, I mean, despite challenging their teammate in Australia, and across the race, yes, was a slow driver, but challenging on the start really showed that they were strong second driver there, but 7 seconds off at the moment. It's not what they're going to want to be doing.
Bushel is really close now.
Ooh, battle here for P6. I would have thought Magic Alonso was going to pit, but clearly I'm wrong. Maybe those guys could do the entire race.
24 laps, I did not quite see that.
Yeah.
He's got no overtake, but he's defending.
They're going to fight it hard. Racing through turns 1, 2. Will they go to switch back up the hill? I just don't think the tyres will be able to do it without the DRS as well. But with the DRS, will it ask to send it? And they will not send it. Collusion Ball 8.5 seconds behind. Sam is now ahead of their teammate, as Ducky within a second. As look at this group of 4 cars has appeared again, and they're catching Are they catching Collusion Ball perhaps? I believe they are. Collusion Ball struggling with their wing damage and their tyres. I said Collusion Ball's tyres I expected to go off at the end, and it looks like they may well do. So Collusion Ball perhaps struggling now as the AlphaTauris, the Alfa Romeo and the McLaren fighting for P8 here. So I think I'd say the cars here that you'd expect to see in the points are, well, on car performance, not drive performance, the McLaren and maybe one of the AlphaTauris. Maybe both the AlphaTauris. Although, on driver performance, I'd have to put my predictions for 8th, 9th and 10th to Collusion... Oh, mistake from Collusion Ball! As that's a big back out there from Felix, who's going to put... from Sam, sorry, that's going to put Felix back in the fight, Ducky back in the fight. Ducky's way off, though. So I believe that the 8th, 9th and 10th will be the drivers 8th, 9th and 10th. Not necessarily in that order, but those 3 cars will be the cars we see. As will Felix go for the move on Collusion Ball? No, stays behind. Got Collusion Ball going for the switchback. As they head down the main straight on the penultimate lap of this race, Felix to the inside with 3 wide. Down the straight as that is Sam backing out of it. Collusion Ball.
Oh, Collusion Ball down the inside.
Yes, they are.
Oh, what a fight!
So close to contact, insane. As Ashy Boy has got Ducky behind, but Ducky's going to fight it back. But up in the battle for P8. That is Felix ahead. Collusion Ball just behind there. Could Sam get a better exit? Not quite able to.
Oh,
as the final lap is about to begin for the leaders.
Down the inside goes TMD Ducky. Doesn't have enough room on the inside.
I think these guys are battling for pride now, because I'm not sure, unless they really kick off in front, I don't think points are going to be possible. Unless this battle really gets tasty on the final lap.
And Bo has dropped back massively now. He might save ERS? Yeah, he's... not sure.
Collusion Ball way behind. As, look at the speed. Oh, those softs are dead. As they're too busy locking up to get to the apex there, as Sam was just sort of waiting for the lock up of Collusion Ball to end to get to the apex there.
He has to hold on now. He cannot drop another 2 positions.
Oh, it's going to be close. Ashy's definitely in the fight here. could Pollution Ball lose out on points despite another strong drive?
Sam D doesn't have the engine power, but he does have DRS, and he goes down the inside of Pollution Ball, and that should be moved on. And Pollution Ball cannot fight back. However,
they're going to fight back into the next one of those. They're basically pushing them through turn 3 there. Fighting for everything they have here, these two drivers. Pollution Ball to the inside, they send it up the inside. Ashy Boy watching on behind. I think one of these drivers is going to end up without points here. I don't know which one, as Sam now backs out of him.
Legend wins the Bahrain Grand Prix in a spectacular fashion, as he also spun Bo in third, iQuicks in third, sorry. I messed that up. Oh, just what we expected, really, but returning back to the fight because we missed some.
The battle for a P9 is definitely hotting up here.
Pollution Ball defending really hard. Sandy almost going for it. Ashy Boy looking really eager to get that last point from Sandy, but he's not quite close enough yet. Sandy makes a mistake. Ashy Boy around the outside.
Goes to the inside though. Sandy to the inside, cuts the corner completely.
Ashy,
there's going to be contact. That's Sandy.
Sandy.
Heavily into the barriers there. If this gets that is Sam out of the 5 points.
Ashy Boy, Pollution Ball.
Around the outside of Pollution Ball. Will there be contact? That's Ducky to the line. Could Ducky get it here? Not quite.
Ducky. So close. But
not
no.
Able to get it. Not able to get it. Ashy Boy P10 there's Pollution Ball. Ashy Boy must have had a penalty. Wow, if Ducky had a penalty anyway, so that wouldn't have mattered. Probably should have kept an eye on that before we got too excited over that. Somebody nearly got Ducky. Wow. Very close battle.
That's a shame for Ducky. He was, I think, he was gonna get it, but.
Final driver on the lead lap there. Ethics. P14. Well, that was an exciting race. For a moment we thought we may have seen a different winner this season, but Legend quickly said no to that idea and won again. Like 5 seconds. Like, you wouldn't expect. Legend went from a 5 second... They gained 10 seconds over Bo. But, to be fair, P2 Ferrari... I mean, if I were them, I'd take that. Getting one of... I said at the start of the season that the aim for Red Bull and Ferrari this season is to try and get one of the Mercedes. Sort of like what Verstappen does in real life. The Mercedes as a whole, both of them are too quick. But if one makes a mistake or has problems... Although it was actually Legend... Well, both of them made mistakes today. Both drivers spun it, I believe, at some point. You have to capitalise on it, and today Ferrari were the team to do. In Australia, it was Red Bull that got running Mercedes on the podium. Yeah, a surprisingly close race considering all. Yeah, the final results from round 2, Bahrain. Legend wins for Mercedes, then it is Bo for Ferrari in P2. Second Mercedes iQuicks in P3. Then it is Apple Gamer, another amazing drive from P19 this time. I believe that's 2 races where they gained 15 places both times. Which is definitely not a bad stat, as Monster also gaining 15 places. Then it is Wushel, Magic Alonso, the second Ferrari, not their day today. Felix getting P8 for AlphaTauri, I'm sure they'll be very happy with that, as Pollution Ball finally gets points despite having a tough drive. And it's Ashy Boy, Ducky, Sam, Vishwialaki, Atix, Jamil, Jens, and then your retirements are Black Fox, Nick, and Henk. I believe that was all of them. I may have missed one.
That was Nick, Black Fox, Hank, and MK17.
That was it, MK17. The game just changed, so I got to the bottom of the list. Yeah, an exciting race for sure.
We were so busy, I couldn't quite keep up with all the action.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but do you think that if Ferrari had started on the mediums, they could have won that race?
Interesting.
Was the strategy worth 5 seconds?
Well, at the end, Ferrari really dropped back, so that could be. Yeah, exactly. So they might have. Well, they should have done a medium to hard strategy, I suppose. Then. Yeah,
I'm gonna guess that sort of was the better strategy. Although, you know, but considering both of them really spun and they still didn't beat them, it's not a good advertisement. But you know, as I said, you know, one team is going to be able to, well, one driver is going to be able to get in there with the Mercedes each race. Today it was Bo. Last race was it Jens that got the podium last race.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Red Bull and Ferrari both with one podium each. Mercedes with 4 podiums in 2 rounds, which is what you want. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Mercedes look unstoppable.
Definitely.
What is the next round on the calendar?
That is China.
Ooh. Another track where the strategy is crucial, more than that of Bahrain, in my opinion. So, I mean, in China, we're going to see everyone that can get through into Q3 on the mediums. I've got a feeling everyone will go try to get through on the mediums because it just won't be worth trying to get through on the hards. Not on the hards, these softs. Because the softs will just be that bad of a race tyre. Getting into Q3 won't be worth it. You'd rather start P12 on the mediums than P8 on the softs. But yeah, that's what I think anyway.
Yeah, I think the same. Mediums should be better in China next week.
Yeah, that is it for round 2 in Bahrain.